his dazzling beauty arousing intense desire and infinite inspiration. Just like the phoenix, I, and everything I stand for, will rise again. Everything that man seeks is here, within me. These thick concrete walls, the odor of detergents, the filth on the walls and the flies in the light fixtures. None of this concerns me. It only allows me to see the possibilities I never would have imagined in my darkest dreams. I can move through space and time, outside this shithole, and see everything from above. This brief moment in captivity is only a heartbeat in the infinite pulse of eternity. A few months and then I'll be back, stronger, more powerful. I already long for her. The faintest whiff of perfume from her skin. The strands of hair that slipped from her braid and curled down her white nape. Her soft jawline. The way the corners of her lips twitched when she was flustered. The thunder clouds that gathered in her eyes sometimes. The tiny yawn she couldn't manage to suppress. And the amusing way she said, "Yes, sir," without meaning it. All that sass I never had time to extinguish. I've always been a master at sussing out details, and the details that formed the entirety of her were irresistible. She was so delightfully artless. I feel my heart beating faster when I think about her. There's also a nagging rage, something I haven't come to terms with. But when I do, I will project that pent-up energy onto her. I sink into that thought, and for a moment I find myself in a very dark place, as if I have fallen into the shadow of something ominous. But then, I think of the future that spreads out before me like a dewy, shimmering spider's web in the morning sun. Now I hear footsteps. High heels drumming against the concrete floor, coming closer. I know at once who it is. Another mortal being who will pass through my eternal life. Anna Maria Collini. Oh, Anna Maria, you haven't the foggiest idea about my plans for you. Soon you will be standing there in the doorway, and I will put on my very best smile. Let the show begin. Chapter 1. Anna Maria Collini laid out her clothes on the ottoman, straight and neat, blouse on top and skirt beneath, bra on the blouse and panties on the skirt, stay-up stretched out full length. She set out her shoes and hung her jacket on the rack, then placed her handbag on the table. She inspected her creation for a moment with a critical eye. A tight steel gray A-line skirt by Armani, a white blouse, a gray Prada jacket, a red handbag from Louis Vuitton, Manolo Blahnik shoes with metal heels. All purchased on her most recent trip to New York for a sum of around 50,000 kroner. But now, in some strange way, the sight of the garments made her feel cheap, as if he would see right through this expensive facade. But at least she was prepared for the next day. She felt the stress evaporate from her body. She pulled down the bedspread and crawled under the covers, settling on her back with a sigh. If only she could sleep. She needed her beauty rest. As she set the alarm clock, she double-checked to make sure it would go off at the right time, then turned out the light. She wanted to get the night over with and see him again. It took some battling against impatience before she managed to relax, and she let her mind wander to the first time they'd met. It lingered there, as usual. Her skin began to tingle.